guys, welcome back to ASMR Retro, and happy National Let's Make a Lot of Noise for No Reason Day. It's not something I celebrate, but apparently my neighbors are really into it, so if you hear some noise in the background, that's just them celebrating. Alright, today I'm going to look at the Amazon Spiderman comics. Some people seem to mispronounce it and call it The Amazing Spider-Man, but to each their own, tomato, that type of thing. But yeah, I'm going to be looking at these comics, not just Amazing Spider-Man, but just random Spider-Man comics. Like, I think there's a Web of Spider-Man in there, or maybe a Spectacular Spider-Man. We'll see. We'll see what treasure trove I unleash today. So the first one I'm looking at is the AMAZINGSPIDERMAN. Wow, it's a long title. And it is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 315 from May of date is, I guess, 1989, it says on the side there. And the cover price is $1 US, Canadian $1.25. And there you go. So it says the non-mutant superhero, referring to Spider-Man, of course. And there is Hydro Man. And you know that because he's saying his own name, because everyone talks like that. Everyone says Hydro Man wins at last. Everyone talks in the third person, especially bad guys. And then there's also Venom. And he's like, yeah, right. Featuring the long-awaited return of Venom. And then you see Hydro Man looking very triumphant with his super tight muscle shirt on. And Spider-Man being submerged in water. I guess being submerged in Hydro Man. Sounds kind of weird. Kind of funny. Nothing wrong with that though. And so I actually bought this issue not too long ago. Maybe like a year and a half ago. And I was pretty disappointed actually. Well, first of all, for some reason I thought that was Eddie Brock. Even though Eddie Brock doesn't have a coif like that. But I thought maybe that was just the symbiote, making his hair extra coiffy. But, and obviously it's Hydro Man because it says Hydro Man, but I don't read the cover, it looks good, so I pick it up kind of thing. But yeah, Hydro Man's barely in it. It's mostly, I can't even really remember, but I just remember it not being a good issue. Like, the art wasn't that great, the storyline wasn't great, and it was just really disappointing, so, but whatever. I like adding things to my collection regardless. So there's the first issue. Crinkly issue. I gotta clear up some space on my desk here. Alright. However, this next issue is not a disappointment. This is actually, I think, my favorite comic ever. Not including, maybe even including Transformers comics, but it is this bad boy right here. It is The Amazing Spider-Man issue 317. And it is from July of 1989, I guess. And it is $1 US, or was $1 US, and Canadians $1.25. So it's a really cool cover. It says the world's greatest comic magazine. It's funny, you see the thing's head pop, and I was like, hey. And here it says, has Venom become kinder and gentler? Read our lips, Spidey. No way. That was a nice fake out there. So you see Spider-Man entangled in the Venom symbiote thingy. So obviously there's a pretty good classic Spider-Man Venom battle in this one. I think this is like one of the first times anyways they fought. Maybe the third time, I'm not sure. And yeah, I had this one. This one was my brother's. I was probably like, I don't know how old I was when he got it, but I was really young. And for some reason, you can see that this is in very bad condition. I don't know if you can really tell. It's very, crinkly. It's been crinkled quite a bit. And I have to admit, I think I did some reason, I was a kid, I was like, oh, comics are cooler when they're old. So if I crinkle this up and it'll look old and it'll somehow be worth more or something. I guess I didn't really understand how that worked. So yeah, I crinkled it up and, my brother was kind of mad, but now that I think about it, he wasn't actually that mad. Not as mad as I would be if I was in that situation. But never fear, because years later, I think maybe 5 years ago or something like that, I ended up buying the same issue off eBay or Kijiji or something. I think it was Kijiji. The same issue in like awesome condition, near mint or whatever, near mint I guess, and cost like $20 or something like that. But it was worth it. And this was like one of the few issues that my brother had that was actually worth something. It's not like super valuable, but in this condition, it's not worth jack, really. But it's a great issue from what I remember. I'll definitely review this one. It's probably my all-time favorite comic ever from what I remember, but maybe it's not as good as I remembered it. But really cool fights between Venom and Spider-Man. Classic stuff. And what's even cooler is my brother also had the Marvel comic card. They had the collectible cards. I believe this card was based on the battle in this issue, and maybe a couple of other issues, but anyway, cool stuff. Cool stuff. I love it when a collection comes together. Okay, moving on. We got more Amazon Spiderman to look at. So this is issue number 351. It is from September of, is there a date? It looks like 1991. And it's very yellow. Cover price is the same, hasn't changed, and it says the Tri-Sentinel, the Tri-Sentinel's back. So something about his back, I don't know, I'm kidding, that's not what it means. But, let's see, so we got the Tri-Sentinel, this dude, obviously. Hey, wait a minute, did I miss one? No, okay. And, so you see Spidey trying to get away from this Tri-Sentinel dude. He's got 3 faces. And here it says, and this time Spidey doesn't have cosmic powers to beat him with. So I guess, yeah, he had cosmic powers the last time they fought. And then here's Nova flying in, guess starring Nova of the New Warriors. So I don't really remember anything about this issue, but the cover's not bad, but this yellow in the background is a little bit meh. A little bit, gives me a little bit eye strain, you know what I mean? Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to The Amazing Spider-Man number 352 from October of 1991. And once again, there's it's guest starring Nova of the New Warriors. And it says 2 against the Tri-Sentinel. So I guess they're still outnumbered, kinda. So you got Spidey there, and once again, Nova flying in for the save or the assist or something. It's an alright cover. Again, kind of the background is kind of plain, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know, doesn't do that much for me, this cover. Now this is a cool cover. Check that out. It's The Amazing Spider-Man number 353. So I have 3 consecutive issues. That doesn't happen often. Guest starring the Punisher and Darkhawk. And it is same cover price, blah blah blah, from early November. And what does it say? The greatest bi-weekly saga of all. Okay. Round Robin, the Sidekicks Revenge, Part 1 of 6. Yeah, so that's a cool cover. I like the perspective. There's actually a background this time, and it looks cool. Everyone is doing a cool pose, so good job on whoever the artist was on that one. I'm not somebody who knows all the artists and stuff like that, but I know what I like, and I do like that. not pictured, I believe. And Nova is right over there, as usual, doing his flying thing. So I was gonna fly at an angle like that, can just fly straight. And not a bad cover. It's very similar and sort of to this cover in terms of perspective. But anyway, choosers can't be beggars, you know what I mean? Good, because I don't really know what I mean by that. Alright, this is one of the coolest covers in this set that I'm showing you here. Carnage and Venom versus the Amazing Spider-Man. So it's Amazing Spider-Man number 362 from May of 1992. And it's definitely looks like the price changed to $125 US, $150 Canadian. And it's a really cool cover because you have two of the coolest villains, Venom and Carnage, and of course Spider-Man is there, and the way, they're jumping towards the camera there, and these lines, it's a very action-y shot, and you got, Carnage's symbiote thingy's going nuts there. So, very cool very cool cover. I don't remember the issue very much. It says Carnage Part 2, so I don't know what that means if it's the second time that Carnage made an appearance, I don't know. And here it says, the villain so awesome, we had to put his name on the cover twice, referring to Carnage. And Carnage. Double the Carnage. So, definitely a cool looking cover. Good job, guys, good job. Okay, check it out. Amazing Spider-Man. Issue 2, unbelievable. Okay, no, not really. So, these, I believe, are some kind of promotional thing. And I think, oh wait, number 2. Yeah, okay. Some kind of promotional thing. I remember they gave it away for free at my school or something. I don't know what it was for, but I think this is a Canadian exclusive thing. I don't exactly know what this was for. So it's not actually the Amazing Spider-Man number 2, obviously. And here it says Double Trouble. So you see the Spider-Man there, and some weird tentacle thingy, and some big monster about to swallow these, I guess, teenagers or kids. I don't know what they are. Yeah, so it looks like I think Mysterio maybe was responsible for this. I can't remember. But I should look up the history of what these comics, what they're promoting or why, I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. But it is from 1990 and 125 Canadian. So yeah, definitely a Canadian thing because it doesn't even have the US price on there, which doesn't usually happen. And then this also proves the Canadianness of it. I have issue 3, and this pretty cool cover, I guess, but it's called Hit and Run, and you can see this kid has a Toronto Blue Jays shirt, vintage Blue Jays shirt. So definitely a Canadian promotion, or whatever the hell you want to call it, Canadian exclusive for something. I doubt these are worth anything, but like most of my comics. So you see Spider-Man swooping down, and Ghost Rider, this kid's about to get run down by someone. Spidey and Ghost Rider race to the rescue. So not a bad looking cover. Actually, this one does not even in a bag. Let's just take a quick look and look at some of this artwork. It's actually not bad. Hey, wait a minute, that same kid is in this ad over here. That's kind of weird. Well, actually, I don't know if it's the same kid, but it looks the same. Yeah, there's the Toronto Skydome with the CN Tower. So, yeah, that's cool. Spidey visits Canada. Anyways, back to legitimate Spider-Man comics. So the Amazon Spider-Man. This is issue 406 from October of. I don't know if there's a year on here. I don't know what year it was, but price was $150, and it was 150 US and 210 Canadian, and it's October. Let me see if I can find the year inside here. 19. It's really small already. Looks like 1995 or 96, mid 90s, and says the greatest responsibility. Part 1 of 3, and there's a free inside overpower game card. And this is the new Dr. Octopus, and she says, "Hey Spider, I've got a crush on you." Get it? Cause she's about to crush him. So this is when I'm guessing this is when Spider-Man was a clone or something like that. I don't remember the whole clone saga thing. I can never get the story straight, but what ifs. And then this one, let's see. I'm trying to grab something. Here we go. This is Spider-Man, and it's the greatest responsibility, part 2 of 3. So continuation of the last one, and it's from October. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's also from October, but it's a different series or whatever. This is Spider-Man. The other one's Amazing Spider-Man, and this is issue 63, and 195 US, 275 Canadian. So this costs more for some reason, but I think it's thicker. Oh, there's my neighbor celebrating Be Very Loud Day or whatever I called it before. But we'll just keep pressing on. Oh wow, my hands look so red. Yeah, it's from washing my hands so much, but anyways, please forgive that. So it's a pretty cool looking cover. We got the new Dr. Octopus here, and yeah, she's attacking both of the spider dudes. Not much to say. It was a squeeze play. And a decent looking cover, but not that great either. She's lacking some detail there. Okay, and then this is falling apart here. Not in the greatest of conditions, for sure. But it says, "The Spectacular Spider-Man, Giant-Sized Extravaganza." And it's the greatest responsibility, part 3 of 3. And it is issue number 220. Is that an 8 or 9? Or a 3? Looks like an 8. I don't know. Let's just call it an 8. And it's 350 US. Wow. And I can't read that. Way too small, that rating. From this angle, anyways. And it says the end of an era. And you see one of the spider dudes. I don't know. And another spider dude. I don't remember who's who. I don't know. I forget these things very easily. But, yeah. It's alright cover, I guess. Oh yeah, this Mary Jane. I don't like that art style particularly, but I wasn't a big fan of this era of Marvel Comics in terms of artwork and even story. But what are you gonna do? Alright, switching gears a bit, we have Spider-Man Saga. So it's number 1 is the first of a 4 collector's item. Sorry, first of 4 collector's item issues. What? Does that make sense? First of 4 collector's item issues. Collector's item issues. Whatever. So this was like basically they were retelling the story, summarizing the entire story of Spider-Man. So this was pretty cool 4-part set. It's $295 US, $350 Canadian. Beginning a 4-issue pictorial history of the world's greatest non-mutant superhero. So they're really pushing this non-mutant thing. But yeah, it's an alright cover. I remember enjoying this issue quite a bit. But of course I don't remember stuff very well. issue number 2 from December 1991. I forgot to say the year of the other one. The other one was November, obviously. And it's the second of 4 collector's item issues. Continuing a 4-issue pictorial history of the world's greatest non-mutant superhero. Pretty cool cover there. Got the Punisher, Wolverine, Kingpin, Captain America, Thor, or Tior, as I like to call him. Got the whole crew, cast and crew of all the relevant players in the Spider Saga history. And then we have kind of a funny looking Venom there, but it's issue number 4 now. It's actually one of the laws of physics is that it is impossible for ASMR Retro to have the 3rd issue of a 4-part series. It's just impossible for some reason. I'm always missing the 3rd issue. But I guess, I can always find it somewhere. So yeah, it's featuring the origin of Venom, which is cool. And this is from February of 1991. Wait a minute, how is that possible? Okay, I don't know, whatever the dates aren't, the copyright dates are not accurate because, let's see, the one from December also said 1991, so I don't know, you figure it out. But yeah, so you have, Spiderman and, Mary Janine, or Mary Jane as some people call her, and looks like they're gonna get married, so of course Spider-Man is wearing his Spidey outfit, when they're getting married, and you see a goofy looking Venom. I'm sorry, that's not a good Venom, but, yeah, not bad. I don't know why I say it's not bad, it's not great either. You got the pink background too, I don't know about that. Alright, now we move on to something else. What if Spider-Man had kept his cosmic powers? So it's a what if. Issue number 31 from November, whatever the date is, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Early 90s for sure. And that is a pretty messy cover. It's like Silver Surfer morphed with a Spider-Man, some Venom-looking dude, and a very polygonal Spider-Man over here. So, yeah, sorry if I don't know. I guess that's the cosmic Spider-Man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Someone's gonna have to explain it to me. I don't really remember. That looks like Dr. Doom, who just got his butt kicked. Big time. I was never too much of a fan of What If. To me, it's just like, okay, if it didn't really happen, then who cares? You know what I mean? I don't know. So here is the Deadly Foes of Spider-Man, issue number 3. Issue number 3. So yeah, never mind. I guess it is possible that I own the 3rd issue of a 4-part series, but I don't own the first 2, so that doesn't count. It's only if I own the first and the second one. For some reason, I'll miss the 3rd and have the 4th. Well, whatever, doesn't matter. Maybe I just made up that theory. Yeah, cool cover. Spider-Man is having some shock therapy from the Shocker, Rhino, Beetle, I think his name Boomerang. Is that really his name? I guess that's Hydro Man, and this guy, I forget this guy's name. But yeah, there it is. I mean, it's an alright cover. Got all the disembodied heads floating around, so. But just that plain white background was just like, I don't know. And the final issue for today, Deadly Foes of Spider-Man, Endgame, Endgame, issue number 4, and it just looks like there's a huge battle happening there, so, it's just kind of watching all the villains fight each other. So seems like a fun time for Spidey. Anyway, so that does it for today. I hope you enjoyed looking at some of these Spider-Man comics. I hope you found this video relaxing, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.